Podcast success. So hey guys, welcome back to the Adroid's TT Esports Dota 2 Weekly. This is game 2 of our best of 3 grand final between Derailed and Every Time I Die. I will be joined by Ezlor, the captain of Team Winrar, in just a second. But right now he's just BRB 5 minutes, so it's going to be just me. And just going to put out one quick message. Derailed did win game 1 for anyone who is interested. Okay, so we are ready to go. I'm Basekip. I don't know if I actually introduced myself just yet, so excited to bring you guys the grand finals. This is going to be my last week, unfortunately, of casting the Adroid's TT Esports Dota 2 Weekly. It'll be back on the 10th with a new format and probably a new caster as well, since I'm back to university tomorrow and I can't keep doing the kind of nights that I've been pulling for the past couple of weeks. So it's been great to have you guys along. We've still got the rest of the grand finals to enjoy, so hopefully we've got some good Dota coming up. And ETID this time around, I'm going to be choosing to ban out the Nags. So none too surprising there. Very well played by Derailed last game, played by Decider. We also saw it played by him in the semi-final as well. A reminder that the winner of this event will go home with 5 TT Esports Ferris M gaming mousepad, so that's the prize. Big thanks to TT Esports for that one. And with Wisp staying in the pool along with Magnus and Darkseer, ETID are going to go for the Undying, and Magnus and Darkseer are going to be the pickups here by Derailed. So a bit interesting to see that, frankly. Not always expected to see both Magnus and Darkseer on the same team. There is a minor downside as far as it's concerned, because they are both melee and it makes the rest of your draft a little bit inflexible. That we'll have to see. Darkseer, definitely one of the best 1v1 laners in the entire game. And Magnus, not too shabby, especially on the middle lane. So ETID trying to lock in those stronger solos right now, and gonna go for a Rubik as well. So maybe we're gonna see some big steals from this Rubik, very similar to what we saw from Derailed in the last game. So right now, Derailed probably need to lock in a support before we head into the next phase. Going 3 cores right off the bat can leave you a little bit weak as far as supports go. And ETID are looking potentially a little bit aggressive right now, especially with the Undying. So hopefully going to be seeing a fairly defensive support right now.
10 seconds remaining.
And wouldn't be too surprised to see something like a Jakiro, nice combo with Darkseer, nice combo with Magnus. Or, I mean, Keeper of the Light's being banned out. But we'll see. It's actually going to be a Gyrocopter, so potentially a support, but potentially the remaining core as well for Derailed right now. And heading into the next phase, ETID looking for potentially the carry for their aggressive tri-lane if they are going to be running it. Undying can be the primary farmer, though not necessarily always. And Derailed, what are they looking for right now? Just a couple of supports, depending on the priority that the Gyrocopter is going to be getting. Though I suspect he might be getting sort of the carry farm, so the #1 role in this game. But ETID starting us off with a couple of support bans, none too surprising there. They've already managed to secure at least one reasonable matchup, hopefully the Queen of Pain versus the Magnus. We'll see if they have a response to the Darkseer. There aren't a lot of heroes that beat Darkseer in a 1v1 lane, though fortunately enough for ETID, it should be... Well, fortunately enough for ETID, it should be the solo safe lane, which is good and bad. For a Darkseer, it means that he can cut the lane a little bit, though we'll have to see. I mean, it depends on the matchup, and it depends on what hero they're going to be able to get here. Nagasan going to be banned out by Derailed, so they are getting a good read on the fact that ETID are probably going to be going for this offensive tri-lane. They could use the Undying just as a support on a safe lane, but that does kind of waste a little bit of his potential, so I don't know if we'll be seeing that. I mean, picking it up and then using it as a safe support, I mean, it gives you a mind games advantage as far as the draft goes, but not necessarily a huge practical advantage heading into the game. And ETID just trying to lock out a couple more solos. I think Darkseer and Magnus are just going to be the solos for Derailed, though they could still move things around. Darkseer isn't actually bad in an offensive tri-lane, so we'll have to see. And yeah, Derailed just targeting some carries and some solos right now. None too surprising. I wouldn't be too surprised to see something like a Nature's Prophet potentially picked up by Derailed if the Gyrocopter is going to be a support. Always good if there's an offensive tri-lane coming your way with an Undying, and an offensive tri-lane which you can turn into an offensive sort of, well, you can turn it into a 4v3 effectively, so that's always a nice option to have. And ETID, it would be nice to see them to, well, it would be nice for them to get a little bit of AoE team fight going, especially some stun. I mean, they do have some telekinesis going for them right now, but that's their only stun. And when you end up with basically nothing as far as stun is concerned, then you do just end up with your opponents TPing away from you quite frequently. So hopefully they're going to be able to lock in a little bit more stun with their second support if the Undying is going to be the farmer. Or maybe their carry will be able to provide that in some way, shape, or form. There is still a Sven in the pool as well. He's not bad in an offensive tri-lane, though that would leave them with dual melee in the tri-lane. I'm actually going to opt to remove a fairly defensive support right now in the Shadow Demon, though I think Derailed do still have some options as far as running that defensive tri-lane is going to go. So right now, we'll see what ETID can do. I mean, they suffered a kind of demoralizing loss in the last game, but hopefully they've been able to pick themselves together. They hung in it for a very long time, hopefully just talking strategy and saying, okay, what happened, what were our mistakes, how can we improve, and how can we, bring it right back for game 2. So hoping for, as always, more Dota, hoping for a 3-game set, and we'll see as we get further into this game. And looks like Ezlor is back, so I'm going to resume the call. Welcome back, Ezlor. How's it going?
I'm back.
So, take in the draft in all its glory and give me some impressions. What do you got going on?
I see an option for Derailed to pick up a Wisp and CK. I don't see it happening for the Radiant side for every time I die though, but I don't think they're really favoring Wisp at all. It's a peculiar ban for the Disruptor though, even though he works very well against Queen of Pain. And I guess he also works well with the one-more combo that they have going on with the Magus and the Darkseer. Let's see what else there's banned. See a Juggernaut banned, a Nagasar banned, and a Luna banned. I guess they really want to get their AoE combo off. On the other side, if every time I die, they just want to win their tri-line.
Yeah, they're going for the Undying. Picking up the Bounty Hunters, that's probably going to be their secondary solo. I guess the one question right now is whether the Undying is going to be the farmer in the tri-lane or whether he's just going to be one of the supports. And Derailed are actually going to opt to grab themselves a Lina right now, so they don't really have a whole bunch of setup for it at the moment, so we'll see how that works out. Maybe that last support will help coalesce things.
Bane is still not banned or picked.
Bane is definitely still in. I was also thinking Jakiro potentially. We don't see a lot of him recently, but he's crazy good with Darkseer and Gyrocopter.
He would work very well with their AoE combo they already have going on between Darkseer, Magus and Gyrocopter. And every time a die picks up the Chaos Knight, so they will tower dive all day, every day.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a very speedy Chaos Knight with the Bounty Hunter track, and I mean, I guess the one problem for them is going to be team fighting with 3 melee when you're against a Magnus, a Darkseer, and a Gyrocopter, but we'll see. They're a little bit more pick-off oriented, I suppose. And
yeah, definitely with the Bounty Hunter and Chaos Knight. Gank-oriented heroes.
And Derailed, I think, just looking for that last support. Again, it could just be a support Gyro. And it's going to be an ES, so I said Jakiro, but I guess we get another big AoE support. And Earthshaker fantastic against these the melee heroes well, on ETID right now. So heading into the game, maybe just do the same as we did last game, Sorin over who's playing what on Derailed, and then we're going to be able to start talking a bit more about the lanes. So we've got Magnus being played by Last. It's going to be, well, looks like he's heading towards mid, Bottle Rush ready to go. Yoko's going to be on the Lina. We've got the Cider playing, oh, it's not actually the Cider, it's like Cider, I don't know. Playing the Darkseer, Madstore on the Gyrocopter, and XKX. Nice easy name, playing the Earthshaker. What have we got going on ETID?
On ETID you have Rubik being picked up by Dantis, the Bane of last game. Undying is going to be LKB, what seems to be a defensive tri-lane, by the way, which is weird if you have an Undying. Arvix going to be picking up the Bounty Hunter. Queen of Pain is going to be played by Stratic. And Jimmy's will be picking up the Chaos Knight.
Yeah. And
I don't see why you would go a defense tri-lane when your tri-lane is actually stronger. Well, maybe they can't make so much happen against an Earthshaker in an aggressive tri-lane. Just
Yeah.
maybe after they saw their second, they were like, well, we can't tower dive anymore, which is really what you want to do with a CK and Undying.
At the same time, I mean, there's
They're rotating. They're rotating
okay,
around. They do
so
want to
they
go.
are rotating. I mean, there's not a whole lot that Derailed can do if they go on the Earthshaker, so his positioning is going to be really pivotal in this lane. I mean, Lina can't really lay down too much spam to stop them jumping Earthshaker and killing him. So we'll see how it all works out.
I see first blood attempt in mid lane.
Yeah, we've got a double damage up and
Yeah,
no vision.
Need a fake, kill Shadow Strike first.
Oh, no blink. This is bad news, bears. Yeah, they come in. There's the Fisher ready to go. I don't think they're going to be able to find the chain stun, so it's still daytime.
I think the Rubik scouted them out.
Yeah, the
or
Rubik
maybe
also
not.
scouted a bit, so that was nice.
Really nice by the Rubik.
They've got ping
No,
spam
that's not-
everywhere on top. I don't know if that ward is... Oh, it's
Yeah.
close. It's close. Because if you put it to the right of the camp, if you put it to the left, then it doesn't block it. If you put it to the right, it does. So, I'm not 100% sure on that one right now. Because
We'll see.
the spawn box is actually like right there. If you can see me scribbling.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's close. So ETID get into position to try and run this trial lane a bit. We've got Dante's now making his way up, but XKX, he's actually going in really aggressively, gets the block off across the wave. Now trying to go on the Undying, but very difficult to jump. A little bit of miscommunication, stunning two separate targets there for ETID, and the fight breaking out chaotically. Hot Jimmy stuck in a little bit, gets stunned up. Nice light strike array. That's going to be our first blood. Huge stacks up on the Undying, however. Wants XKX, a counter kill there. Yoko dropping low, but oh, the tombstone as well, now up to level 2, gets dragged back, one more kill, and now Magstore in trouble, the zombies on him, and a triple kill for the Rubik to start us off. XKX comes back in, gonna be able to get the block off on the Undying, but he's still got 4 stacks of decay up. I wouldn't want to fight him, and yeah, a pretty good start to this game for ETID.
That's definitely what they want. 3 for 1.
Yeah, exactly, and... No, not first blood.
It was Chaos Knight dying, which is a bad thing, but still, 3 kills in return, I guess it's fair trade.
And I mean, you can never be sad with Undying getting, you know, a ton of experience.
Levels
yeah.
experience, you know.
That's never a sad fact. So Magnus is a haste on mid, and he's actually going straight for Queen of Pain right now. Sees the courier as well, just throwing out some harassment, but that's about it. Our bottom matchup, which we haven't actually looked at so far, is going to be Bounty Hunter against Darkseer. So any melee versus a Darkseer, not that fun. I think Bounty Hunter copes with it okay, but he hasn't been pooled anything, so I think he's not going to have a great time. And he's on the safe lane as well, and this is something that I guess I mentioned during the draft while you weren't here, that, I mean, Darkseer, when he's on a safe lane, just is going to love to go and cut the wave or just double Ion Shell all day. And
There's nothing Bounty Hunter can do about that.
Though, RFX, he's actually beating out Darkseer as far as CS is concerned right now. I'm actually really interested to see that he's gone for more points in Shuriken Toss, as opposed to Janata. You do sometimes see a lot more points in Janata when you're in a 1v1 situation like this, since you can actually reliably get the harassment out. But anyway, oh, maybe something happening on top now. Just a homing missile. It's going to be about the extent of it. And they get a D-ward down on the Observer Ward as well. So the defensive trial lane, I mean, they got wiped out to start things out, but it looks like they found their feet. And yeah, decided down on bot.
Seems like this ward didn't block it, by the way. It's not blocking it.
Yeah.
It's a different camp than it used to be. So that's pretty wasted.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for them. But yeah, I mean, it's right down the middle. It's very frustrating. Yeah, Darkseer is now looking to cut the wave. But RFX is here. He's going to be able to lay down some decent harassment. There's a Janata hit. He's still only got a salve left. Throws at the Shuriken Toss. Oh, it's only a salve each. So
Well,
I think there's kill potential both ways, and they've both popped their salves. But oh, the Ion Shell might just break RFX's salve. No, he's actually
just
going aggressive.
too little damage.
Yeah, he can't trade hits. I mean,
He might die here.
maybe Shuriken Toss.
He
Ion
searches.
Shell-
Searches.
Yeah,
Ah,
he surges.
he's
That's
dead,
gone.
he's dead.
He's gone.
Was there a bounty on me?
I think it was a
Mistake by the bounty.
yeah,
Go for that.
frankly a bit of a mistake from the bounty to go so aggressive after they both salved up. I think maybe he just had the plan in his head after he backed off and saw the salve, and so that's about it. ETID coming across, able to interrupt the pull a bit. Is Rubik actually stuck? He's stuck.
Yep.
Oh, Tango, nice. Okay, good job. Yep. So nice little play. Manages to get himself back to safety. We've got a lift back on the lane, and there's no support here. A little bit split up. 2-second stun. XKX, not enough mana for a Fissure. Yoko in trouble. Gets a nice Light Strike Array off. Buys him some space, but the Reality Rift straight back in. Yoko dead. Now, there's a Fissure, but it's really just keeping the Gyrocopter and the Earthshaker safe as opposed to doing much else. So, ETID. They're the aggressors this time, and it's working out pretty well for them. Though both Magnus and Darkseer finding good farm, this time around the matchup actually favors the Queen of Pain on mid. So, I think ETID going to have to be a lot happier with this game than the last one.
So far they're doing very well, making advantage of the fact that Earthshaker really only can use one stun in engagement. And after he wasted stun on the Rubik, they decided to go on the Lina and nothing Earthshaker could do about it.
And yeah, I mean, at this point maybe they just can't be using it as an aggressive tool at all. Maybe if you see a big opportunity, but you're right, it's such a ridiculously long cooldown that as soon as you see it go, I mean, well, that's your green light, because what else can Derailed do to break your combo to, you know, to bring down the Tombstone? Nice Light Strike Array, no setup, but... And RFX. Tier 1 tower taking some damage down on bot. It's down to about half HP. And last?
Magnus is gonna be coming in.
Yeah, he's coming up. Only 2 points in the skewer, however, so we'll see.
They spotted him.
Yeah, there's some pings going out.
And you just... they spotted him going back.
Yeah.
Going back.
Nah, he's going for it, but Quap's got some illusions, and she's going to be able to apply some, well, put some damage down on his tower on mid, so... We'll see if this works out.
But it doesn't matter, they know.
I mean, they know he's coming. They haven't seen him go back, so surely they know... I mean, even with the smoke, they know that he's somewhere up here.
Still, might be able to tower dive this.
Maybe, it's... I mean, is there a Bazzy up on the Gyrocopter? No. Makes life a little bit more difficult. And tower diving and undying with 3 points in Tombstone. Actually, not enough mana right now. Dante's in trouble. Looks like they're going to be able to get this kill. Maybe for free. No! Stun back. Telekinesis. Rubik's still alive. Does drop in the end. But that's the only kill. No! Earthshaker, what have you done? What have you done? He's actually blocked them in. They get some damage on the tower. And there's the Tombstone.
And now Tombstone goes down.
Yeah, and Queen of Pain is just about to come in. And there's the Sonic Wave as well. Nice polarity connect on 2. Another Fissure. I think they're stuck again. No, okay, they're safe. No, they're stuck! Earthshaker, why? Sonic Wave. And now last... It's just going to try and put out some damage, but the auto attack not enough. So Dante's now back for his revenge. Yoko just going to be slapped to death. Earthshaker, finally.
Well... At least he survived. That's the only thing.
Oh
wow.
my god, that was brutal. That was just
painful. Horrible.
Oh. I mean, okay, I've heard people make criticisms that Earthshaker's Fissure is a lot more difficult in Dota 2, and it sometimes does really weird stuff, like people end up on the wrong side. But those were just nightmare mode. Like
that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that should definitely not have happened. But anyway. I mean, it's still only a 3-kill difference, about a 1k XP lead, and about a 1k gold. It's not huge for 8 minutes into the game. Decided kind of putting his team on his back right now, as far as the farm goes, and doing a good job against the Bounty Hunter down on bot. Though Bounty is finding levels regardless, so he's got that track, and well, I mean, while he's not really finding enormous farm, he's doing a good job, and the track is really the the deciding factor. So good so far.
I want to see teleport on him though. Because if he teleported in there in the top lane and got like 1 or 2 track kills, they would have been so far ahead right now. Yeah, he's gonna be picking up the teleport here, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Buy the TP scroll, magic wand. I mean, he could have dropped the branch, and I think maybe he has his wand finished once the courier is unoccupied. But yeah, I think he really needs that TP. He's got phase boots now, so he can be a little bit more aggressive on the Darkseer, as we're seeing right now. But he's actually got pretty good armor just with that buckler, so auto attack not doing that much. Lift up into the air is no. He's not gonna be able to get him up into the height. Yeah. What is happening right now? We've got a Homeosa flying out on the Chaos Knight. Undying popped his ult. Last is here. He's got the reverse polarity ready, but the zombie's slowing him down a bit. Tower denied down on bot. Queen of Pain joins the fight. XKX in trouble. One more Fissure. Still finding some space. Decider has joined the fight. There's the reverse polarity. They need to chain stun this. No, they need to chain stun the Quap to death. do it successfully, but Dantes manages to grab the reverse polarity. He walks in, he polarities 4. Can he run himself away? Telekinesis is going to stun 3 as well. Nicely played, but they're still running, and Rubik is still pretty slow. LKB, can they get back to the safety of the tower? This could be... No. Flat Cannon doing a bit of damage, but...
Illusion.
I mean, I don't... Undying didn't actually have the tombstone up for 15 seconds. There wasn't huge punish, but... And what would... Bounty Hunter has the TP now, but he's actually walking his way across, so... I mean, could have potentially been the deciding factor in that fight. Derailed had 5, they had the full support of the Darkseer, and it was 4v5 for ETID. Still not a bad exchange overall, in fact, and now they're looking for last on mid. They know he's out of mana if they've checked. Well, now he pops the 1 charges and has a skewer, but... Yeah, a bit indecisive there. They do see, well, Yoko doing a bit of dewarding. And... Actually, yeah, Derailed doing a really good job of just keeping this top lane a sort of safe farming space for the Gyro. So, that's nice. Tier 1 already taken down on bot. So, Decider almost has his mech finished. That's going to be great. We've got kills actually happening up on top. Bounty Hunter, well, not a solo pick off on Yoko, but a track kill. I suspect, if he had enough mana.
Yeah, he tracked him. But now he's out of juice and can't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Quap is running a bottle, and that's to be expected, but... I mean... Oh, there's some arcane boots up. There's some arcane boots on the
Might
river,
see
so
something
just
in
come
mid
back.
lane. Yeah, mid lane.
Maybe? They
They're
don't
gonna
have
let Totar
polarity.
go.
Yeah, they're just gonna look... Fisher, nothing, 3 heroes here. All it is just pressure. I mean, they're not really gonna be able to kill off the Queen of Pain.
I don't think they'll be able to get the tower either, so there's nothing in exchange for the top tower.
Fortification popped, but there's still the siege creep, and I mean, nobody ready to make their way up towards that top lane. I mean, there's 2 TPs on the map for Derailed, but nobody wants to brave that. So. We've got Arcanes finished off with the Earthshakers, so a little bit of farm going his way right now. Decider has his mech finished, but yeah, looking pretty good for ETID. And now heading towards mid. What does Rubik still have reverse? Yes, he does. So there's a bit of a chance
for
there.
too long, but if
No,
they
not for much
engage
longer.
now on him, then he'll be able to pop it off.
Yeah, definitely. And Derailed, I mean, it's really similar to what we saw ETID do in the last game. Just that a Fisher flies out last, surged forward, only gets the initiation out on 1. Dante's still hiding on the sides. He's still got reverse, 1 dead already. The Undying drops, but he got the Tombstone down. Oh, Quap jumps in, gets punished. Huge Echo Slam. Bounty Hunter now in trouble, trying to run himself away, but the Shockwave cleans him up. And ETID, a pretty disastrous team fight for them. Derailed. Gotta say, look.
With those zombies stacking up on enemy heroes, and you pop 1 Echo Slam, everything instantly dies. It's like you saw the Rubik going from full HP to literally nothing. With 1 Echo Slam, there were so many zombies.
Yeah, it was brutal. And Queen of Pain went in really aggressively, but got stunned and just didn't really get... I mean, got the Sonic Wave off, didn't really get much sustained damage done, so... But unfortunate, nice stun by Yoko, I suppose. And he's now level 6, he's got the Laguna Blade up as well. The now absurd cooldown Laguna Blade. I mean, how good is that? It's 70 seconds at level 1. That's... And all the way down to 50.
It's not good enough to make her be
Yeah.
picked in actual
Okay, it's not, yeah,
games.
not great. She still needs setup. You still need to get a Rubik or a Shadow Demon or something to help things out. And it looks like ETID, well, going to be able to get this tier 1 tower on mid, so... Still applying pressure, but Derailed didn't actually use that much of their team fight. I mean, there's not going to be an Echo Slam, but Reverse Polarity cooling down in about 40 seconds. They've got the first point up in the Wall of Replica now, as well. And yeah, looking okay. No, tier 1 tower obviously taken by ETID. And... I mean, Bounty Hunter, he's now got a bottle of his own, so has something to fuel the ganking a little bit, but... Derailed, not really being
I think
picked
ETID is
off.
gonna be looking to defend mid lane and try to push bottom lane with Chaos Knight at the same time.
And he doesn't have a TP though. That's actually walking his way up. Yeah.
He decides to join in as well because they know the team fight's inevitable. It's really what the Derailed wants right now. Just get a good team fight, just another one like the last one they had.
Yeah, we'll see. Jarocopter
Okay,
might be
even
able to pull
further.
some away up to top lane. I mean, he's ready to TP. And ETID just hoofing it right now up towards top.
Radiant's top tower
But looks like
is under
Derailed-
attack.
Derailed have backed out.
Yeah, smoked.
Yep. Yeah, now the TP from the gyro, but everybody's just heading up towards top. I mean, we're gonna have the Undying and the Bounty Hunter revealed, and oh, they might just go straight in. Reverse. Yes. Where's the follow up? Yoko needs to get in here. There's the follow up stun. The vacuum back. Nicely played. Dante's still has polarity. He got that stolen, and now the buyback from the Queen of Pain. So, they're really wanting to hold on to this tier 1, and Rubik. Oh, if he had a TP, he could just TP onto the tower and try and reverse, but not going to be the case. There's Echo Slam up, and I don't know if this... Well, we'll see if this buyback comes to anything last. Wants to
Undying's
go.
blocked. Undying's blocked him.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. Oh, Reality Earth's back, but the Skewer out on the Undying a huge way. Already dead, and Call Down making space right now. Stun up on Stratic. Oh, it gets vacuumed over the top. Laguna Blade pops him. Buyback from the Undying as well. ETID, they don't know when to quit. The Tombstone goes down, but Derailed, they've still got the Echo Slam ready to go. They're fighting right now. Oh, there's the Echo. Light Strike Array. Decider still barely alive. Mech's actually up, gonna pop it right this second. And Undying try to run himself away. Bounty Hunter buys back as well. That's probably only a rank 1 missile, so it's not going to kill him, but... Oh! Not if Last has something to say about it. Killing spree for him. And Bounty Hunter, not blocked, but Sentry Ward. Vacuum, bit of bad people. Not the greatest coordination, but... Derailed, I think...
Good enough.
That was catastrophic. I mean,
I should have
ETID...
just split push. It was just a tier 1 tower.
I mean, they just...
So
I think
much
they just gave
investment.
away... 8 kills?
I think so. Like 2 buybacks, 3 buybacks.
3 buybacks, and I think everybody else died, yeah? So, 8 kills. They just didn't know when to quit. It was... I mean, it's okay.
I literally cannot stop feeding.
I mean, it's like, okay, you say, okay, Queen of Pain bought back, so we don't want to waste the Queen of Pain buyback, right? So we may as well, try something. I mean, it sucks to waste a buyback, but then to continuously buy back, and I mean, oh, look at the graphs! 10k XP in favor of the Dire,
Wow.
4k gold. It
War.
plummeted. It plummeted. Oh my god. That was just disastrous. I mean, what else can you say? I'm a little bit in awe right now, frankly, of what just happened.
definitely
ES has a blink. 17-minute blink.
As a support Earthshaker,
Support Earthshaker.
that's huge.
That's crazy.
Huge.
That's a
absolutely.
ridiculous amount of farm.
And now they can actually just... There's also a blink on Magnus, so... It's gonna be very bad. They're looking for the pickups, but once you fed the enemy so much, you just can't pick them off anymore. Magnus now has like 1200 HP, can't pick him off. Can't pick off the Darkshire with his mecha. Gyrocopter has too much HP. The only thing they might pick off is Lina, really.
Yeah, and even then, I mean, Derailed now just chasing out. Magnus tracked, stung, but not too much happening just yet. Undying goes in, pops the ultimate, call down, not really on anything. They should be able to kill off the Tombstone, but Hot Jimmy's vacuum straight into the wall. Already almost dead. Last goes for the skewer, throws the reverse, gets the kill on the Undying. Maybe a bit of a waste there. Dantes gets the steal on the Shockwave, but there's the Echo Slam. Is there going to be the follow-up stun? Huge Fissure on 3, but I think Derailed are actually stuck on the other side. They are, but they managed to kill them regardless and cut their way through. So that's 4 for 1, and Hot Jimmy's, I think, oh, there's a surged ES with a blink and now a Fissure, so I think he's dead. 4-second stun, though. Okay. So I think he's fine to escape, but... Yeesh. I don't know what else to say but yeesh.
Well, if you look at the draft of ETID, it's kind of double. First they went for the Undying, Queen of Pain, Rubik, showing that they want to...
Bottom tower is under attack.
Like, offensively try
they want-
and win their solo lanes, yeah?
They kind of want the team fight on the one hand, and then they pick the Bounty Hunter and Chaos Knight, showing that they want to gank. So now it's not working out either, because Darkseid obviously has bigger team fight, and still they keep throwing themselves into those horrible team fights, and they keep getting wiped.
And I mean, ETID as well just don't have any setup. I mean, I talked about it in the draft after we saw the first 3 picks, and saying like, well, it would be really great if they could get some AoE stun, get some AoE team fight to set up the Undying, the Queen of Pain, all that business, but they just don't have it right now. I mean, Derailed aren't being forced to run away from the tombstone because they're afraid of, you know, a ravage or something like that. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit strange, and you're definitely right. ETID's draft a little bit at odds with itself.
They should look for split push right now. Keep farming the Chaos Knight, which is a very hard thing to do. Yes, nothing at all.
He's level
Yes. Yeah. He's level 8 and he doesn't even have his armor yet. But keep split pushing and keep that up. They're not doing the right thing at all. Just making so much wrong decisions all the time.
Yeah. And Derailed smoke, but they decided to go for rush anyway. So. And they had a sentry ward down, so there's definitely no vision. Smoke feels a bit redundant. Fisher from XKX, and there's just nothing that ETID can really do to stop this. Realistically, I mean, I don't think they
There's
should
no
even
AoE
try.
lockdown whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't gain any advantage by fighting in the pit at all. Meanwhile, Derailed, like Darkseer Magnus, say no more.
They have level 11 now in the Queen of Pain, but still.
Oh no! Oh, the reverse polarity cost is 5. Stratic manages to survive for a second. Oh my god, the Echo Slam. Oh, that was just merciless.
Ouch.
Had
Oh, that's.
I mean, if the Magnus Skewer didn't have a target cap, right? I mean, the only reason Quap survived was because Skewer can only take 4 guys. Oh my god.
And that's to the Echo Slam. Even left
Yeah.
1 Echo Slam only.
That was brutal.
Ooh.
Oh god. But ETID never say die. Their name is Every Time I Die, right?
Well, that has to be 25 times already.
Yeah, so
They're not doing very well.
they're not doing great. We've got a gem up on Lena. Teamfight kind of on cooldown right now for Derailed, but I don't know if it's...
And net worth is the exact same as the last game. Four people of the Dire on top,
Yeah.
and 1 support middle.
Yeah, the hard support in between... Well, the hard support above the 3 position for ETID. So,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I could be like Captain Hindsight here and say, what if Bounty Hunter teleported in sooner, had more track kills, then they would have
exactly.
kept the game going. But they tried to teamfight too early against such a horrible wombo combo lineup.
Yeah, it was... I think we've seen a couple of those wombo combos already, and they were pretty brutal. So.
Yeah, the one at Russian, they couldn't do anything at all. It just got wiped. Nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's little,
yes.
little bit to the draft that they have teamfight heroes and some ganking heroes.
Yeah. But I mean, they first picked Undying, right? Like they let Derailed have the Darkseer and the Magnus, and they just, I don't know, they didn't get that much mileage out of it.
Yeah, once you give away Darkseer and the Magnus, you know that you can't win in teamfights anymore. It's simply not possible against that lineup. There's so much heroes that they still can pick for more AoE follow-up, but the lockdown from the Magnus and vacuum from the Darkseer, just make sure you win every single
Yeah, I
teamfight.
mean, it's chaos from that point forward.
And after that, they followed up with Rubik and Queen of Pain, which wasn't the right choice. What they should have done, CK Wisp.
I mean, it comes down to whether or not you have a Wisp player, I think, because he's not a traditional support, obviously. Like, being good at playing 4 or 5 does not make you a good Wisp by any means. And I guess some teams just feel they can't get the mileage out of him. But they picked the CK anyway, so I mean, they appreciate the ganking strength of the hero. And we've got a Tombstone down up on top. Decider, I don't know if he cares. BKB Gyrocopter already kills off the Rubik. Pipe pops. They've got all the teamfight advantage that they could possibly want. The Surged Magnus looking for blood. I mean, he finds Hot Jimmy. There's 3 seconds stun on him. Everything's a little bit chaotic right now, but the overall story of this is that Derailed are driving everybody out, and it's a 2-man reverse polarity up on top. Call down, follow-up stun, everybody gets exploded, and RFX, and Hot Jimmy, there's nothing that they can do except walk away. And it's not to a happy place, that's for sure. knowing that they can't stop this push, they really should just go and push out bot and mid. But they don't have TPs, they're just walking right now. And yeah, it's not good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they're just getting mauled at every single turn. I mean, they've got, in theory, pretty good escape. You've got the bounty to track bonus move speed. You can throw down the tombstone to try and be a bit of a road bump, but Derailed just don't care. They've got blinks, and they are everywhere.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is
once you
under
put up a
attack.
search on a Magus who has a blink and a skewer,
Radiant's top tower
in a chaser range, bumps about.
Oh, Echo Slam,
going.
initiation, Laguna Blade already. I mean, Dante's in trouble. He's just standing still right now, accepts his fate. And Queen of Pain gets some damage out, manages to kill at least the Earthshaker. But Gyrocopter, he's not done just yet. Heads in. Unfortunately, there's a creep wave that just spawned, so the Rocket Barrage not doing too much, but turns out not to really matter. Double kill for him. And now LKB on the way out. Buyback from Strateg. Surge away on the Gyrocopter, and GG Grats will be called by ETID as Gyrocopter does finally die as one of those. That's gonna be it.
GG. It was looking so good for them in the early game. They had all the stars going. They got the top tower, the mid tower, and then they just got wiped in one team fight, and another, and another, and another, and just kept going. And they snowballed down the hill.
is under attack.
Not great. Yeah, they did fantastically to start things off. We had that 3-for-1 exchange up on top. Weren't really able to capitalize on it. Strateg jumps in, but I mean, 2 ultimates ready to go for him. Immediately gets exploded. So, yeah, nicely played by Derailed. They're going to walk away with 5 TT Esports Ferris M gaming mouse pads. So, congratulations. Thanks to TT Esports for providing the prizes. And I guess I'll just do a quick wrap up of where we are and what's happening. Okay, so this has been the Adroits TT Esports Dota 2 Weekly. This is the 4th week of this weekly competition. Big thank you to Adroits for organizing and TT Esports for providing the prizes. If you want to support Adroits at all, you can follow them on Twitter at AdroitsTweets, youtube.com/AdroitsTV, which is where all the VODs will be for this one. Facebook.com/Adroits is their Facebook, and all these links and more will be at adroits.net. For TT Esports, their Twitter is at TT Esports, and Facebook is facebook.com/TT Esports. I've been Baseskip. I won't be back for the 10th when this tournament will be back for a slightly different format with slightly different prizes, I believe, as well, so stay tuned for that announcement. With me was Ezlor, and I've been talking over him for the last minute, so what have you got to say? Any closing thoughts? Any shoutouts?
Shout out to my homeboy Ian, who's probably tuning into the stream right now. And that's about it. No other persons I can really shout out, apart from my own team, WinRAR.
Yeah, so shoutouts to WinRAR, shoutouts to WinRAR, better than 7-Zip, obviously.
Yeah, definitely 7-Zip is for casuals.
Okay, so that's been it from us, guys. I'll jump out and I'll probably be, just waiting around. I'll run the wrap-up trailer for this week, and so that's it for me. I won't be back next week. There's nothing happening on the 3rd, so go and find some other Dota to play. It's been great to have you along for these last 4 weeks. I hope you enjoyed the casting. If you have any feedback for me, leave a message in chat or send me an email, baseskipdota@gmail.com. But yeah, that's about it, so I'm signing off.